The Parra Podcast, proudly brought to you by major sponsor Jack's Pale Ale, exclusively available in Parramatta Leagues Club, Scott from Brightside Detailing and Ceramics, and Bo Cook from Loan Market, and also BTZD Clothing, and the Parramatta Times, the official media partner of the Parra Podcast. Hello listeners, welcome back to the Parra Podcast. This little episode is the chat I had as being part of the Talking Parra Podcast. So the Talking Parra Podcast you can find on all good podcast platforms, including Spotify and Apple. It is a weekly chat between four Parra-mad lads. Next week might be even 5, who knows, but all crazy Parramatta fans, and I'm a part of it each week. So this is just my little contribution about the Cronulla game and also the Manly game, a little bit of a preview and my thoughts and also my bold predictions. So enjoy this. I hope you enjoy this little short format and leave some feedback if you want to. Thank you very much for listening and enjoy.
Your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, well, look, it was one of those games, as Joel said, it was one of those games that was there to be won. Got off to the cracker of a start, 10-0 it was. You thought everything was going rosy. You thought that this could be a big score, but the Sharks finished second for a reason last season. They are a very good side, and it was a bit of a tit for tat game. You know, we score, they score. Well, we scored 2, they scored 2, and then same in the second half as well. I thought when Mike Acevo went over in the second half, I thought maybe we just got in front there. Maybe we might have grinded it back out for a win. But look, 2 of the Cronulla tries, one, especially the one to Mulatalo, where he was over the top of Bailey Simonson. That was probably just a little bit of brilliance from Matty Moylan to see that and to put the kick over to him. As we all know, Mulatalo is a freak in the air. He's always going to score.
Can I stop you there for 1 second? Because you're about the third person I've heard say Matt Moylan brilliance, all right? And we made Matt Moylan look like Andrew Johns on the weekend, on Friday, with no kick pressure. And I'll agree, he had a great game. But I never in my life thought I would hear the word so many times, Matt Moylan brilliance.
Well, just that kick out to Mulatalo was.
It was a well-placed kick.
Yeah, exactly. And the long-range try that Will Kennedy scored as well. So, look, they were one long-range, one bit of Matty Moylan brilliance.
Don't say it again. It's been used too many times already.
And so, look, it was there to be won. I'm sure we're going to touch on it later, but the bench rotation as well, did it play a factor? Yeah, probably. The last-minute play with Wonga Blake, I'm sure we're going to talk about that as well. Could that have been run differently? Maybe, but maybe it was just that split-second moment where he thought he could get over the try line. Maybe he didn't have any time to think to get that pass away, so who knows. But definitely a game that could have been won by Parramatta. Well, it's good to see the halves on the same side of the field. As we all know, these days, sometimes they're not on the same side of the field. One's on one side, the other's on the other. But question to you guys, was that a 8-point try for that one? With the hit in the head, or not really?
In my opinion, it was unnecessary but soft.
Yeah.
I've seen softer ones given. I've seen a lot harder ones not given as well. So,
because Mitch certainly got up complaining about a hit in the mouth. So
you know what I reckon? Yeah, if Mitch stays down, I think it's an 8-point. But because he got straight up and carried on, they didn't even entertain the idea.
Possibly, yeah.
If he stays down and cries foul and acts like he's broken his jaw or something, I reckon
they review it.
There would be a lot more.
He got up and fight him, I think.
I would have gone as far as saying Kenny might have been off for good if he did that. So,
True.
Well, first of all, I'd just like to say, Adam, thank you very much for those slides. It's great technology there, and I hope that Anthony Seibold's not watching this podcast tomorrow because we're going to be in all sorts. But look, there's a few things. we've spoken about the bench rotation. Yeah, all 4 players need to play off the bench. There's no point in having three players on there and one of them not getting a run at all. Hayden Knowles said that the most connected team is the best defensive team, and the best defensive team wins competitions. So you're right there. Obviously, they're not connecting with each other, and they're not communicating with each other, and that's how all these holes are being found. And yeah, that's how the holes are being found, and we're being caught out. But the other factor is too, Mike Acevo, Bailey Simonson, Wonga Blake, Bryce Cartwright haven't played any games since, or they didn't play any games from the start from the grand final. So
and Bailey still hasn't.
Well, yeah. So again, that could be another factor as well. And as you mentioned, Joel Matt Dury as well, he's coming off an injury as well. So we've got 5, maybe 6 players that are coming back from injuries or didn't play trial games. And in these first 2 games, they are getting tired. But yeah, definitely for me, it's definitely the bench rotation. You need 4 players on that. Obviously, you've got 4 players on there, but you need all 4 to have minutes on the field. I don't know what the solution is. I don't know whether Ryan Madison would have made any difference. He may have made a little bit of difference had he been there, but you can't just say without him not being there, he would have made that difference. So I don't know. One of my questions is to you guys. I probably said it last year, but would you have either Junior or RCG start off the bench, just so you have one of them on the field at the same time all the time?
Yeah, we discussed it last year, but
you can. Brad answered that question.
Yeah, but
you can't pay a front rower $650,000 to start from the bench.
I'll say what I would have done, and this is the only way I would have done it. And I've been saying this all last year as well. But I'm going to be critical of Brad here and say once again another player's being shown the door because something.
No, it's going to be easy when Matt and that comes.
Matt, your thoughts?
Just quickly on that. Sorry, Matt, but
I would even put Jake Arthur.
I asked the question. About suspensions, like we saw that a few of the players served their suspensions in the World Cup that last year. Could you serve your suspensions during trial games?
No. I mean, I'm a representative football. You can serve it during. He got selected for the All Stars game, which I don't think he's eligible for either of them. He could have, but he would have been. Wouldn't he have been eligible for one of the nations? Sure, he's got talent in him, doesn't he?
Everyone has a talent in him. Come on, we've all got someone.
It's just a thought, you know. Players do it for the World Cup. Isn't it?
We don't have Uncle Nick running us. So
isn't it made up by a computer somewhere in Canada? The draw, but
it's probably like, let's just get Parra to win the wooden spoon, so we're another walking meme.
I mean, like the buys early on in a season for a team can be a bonus, but it can also be a non-bonus, so to speak, because you've just started the season and you may have that momentum. But yeah, it is definitely tough to come up against those teams after a bye. Yeah. That's for sure. So early on.
Pre-ball.
Probably just Jermaine Hopgood again, 2 weeks in a row. I just think he was a class above the rest. This week, as you said, his stats are outstanding, and just his involvement and his offloads. And I think he was probably a little bit disappointed that he got taken off the field for that little break, but he'll be back. He's not going to be wearing the black headband either. He doesn't like the black headband because it kept on slipping down or something from round 1. But we said, that should be your look now. But Jermaine Hopgood. Again,
yeah. Joel, yours.
Look, I just want to quickly to say, our person that is away tonight, Hayden from the Entertain House, he did want to say, he wants to mention that feels like round 4 is round 1 for him, but we're only on round 3, so I'm not too sure what that is about. But he's been impressed with Jermaine Hopgood, as we all have, and Will Penasini. He wants to see Dylan Brown find more open space, and he doesn't think that we should hit the panic button right just this early. And he agrees with Matty, need to have someone come on for Hodgson after half time. Looks like Hodgson should play about 50 to 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Looking at that team list, I'd probably take off the two bottom 16 and 17. So that would be Wiremu Greg and Makatoa, and swap them up with Afiki Ogden and Rodwell. We all joke about it, but Rodwell's played 7 games of first grade, but he's been in and around the first grade squad.
Joel doesn't know the joke.
Yeah, he's been in and around first grade, getting a run, and he could end up like that. There was another front rower that we had that has gone to Newcastle, I think, young bloke that had all this promise and probably didn't get a run and left the club, and then so we're going to develop all these players, and we've got them there. Why not give them a crack?
Yeah, for sure. Was that
No, just patient.
Look, here we go, Manly and Parra at Brookie. But look, one thing that I think, I don't know if it's going to be a tactic or not, but Josh Schuster comes back this week for Manly. He hasn't played a game all year.
Another bloke that doesn't know how to play a bad game against us.
Yeah, but he hasn't played a game this year, so why not just run the traffic straight at him all night? Make him tired.
What's he playing? 5'8"?
5'8". Yeah, so I don't know if it'll do much, but just keep on running the traffic at him all night. Tire him out. What's your thoughts?
I feel that's pretty rough on Cooper Johns. I thought he made quite.
Okay, well, look, I'll just I won't go first. Hayden will go first. Again, he's not here again, but his score prediction is 24-20. Now, his first try scorer is actually Josh Schuster from Manly.
I hate when he does this shit.
But his first Parramatta try is Micah Sevo.
That doesn't count anyway.
Okay.
It has to be first try.
Right, well, he's gone Josh Schuster. And his bold prediction, Matty will be happy with this one, is that Bryce Cartwright will record a try assist.
Copy me from last week.
How was that bold, hey?
Who was this?
Anyway.
He's trying to catch Troy. He's doing Troy. Troy will do like a favourite bold prediction.
Because it'll happen. It'll happen one time.
Hang on. What was his one last week?
Okay. So
you had your chance and you blew it.
So my score prediction.
Can I go mine first?
Yeah, that was Hayden's, not mine.
That was Hayden's, not Troy's.
Eh?
No, I just want to.
Anyway,
Troy go first.
Yeah, okay. So my score prediction will be 22-16, and my first try scorer will be Dylan Brown, and my bold prediction will be that Brad Arthur uses all 4 players for more than 5 minutes in the game. 4 reserves. It is bold because the last 2 weeks he hasn't used them, so he might stick to it. He might stick to his guns, but I reckon he's gonna break out all 4 reserves for over 5 minutes each. And can I just say a happy birthday shout out to former Parramatta Eels first grade coach Brian Smith. It's his birthday today.
I'm not saying anything to him.